We have here before me the HeatBoys Yattarou action figure. You may know this guy as Speedy Cerviche. The Samurai Pizza Cats is a cartoon from the good old days, like the 90s. And this cartoon is balls to the walls. Nuts. A Power Rangers, Sailor Moon type show where you have different armor transformations. The intro song is amazing. Putting on their armor. They get together, they blast out of a freaking gun. They have like a giant mech robot they could fight in, the Supreme Catatonic. The series is nuts. So apparently in Japan they had the show, and when Saban licensed it for America, they didn't really have good translations or information about the episode. Sometimes they had nothing, so they just rewrote it. And it's so full of meta humor, it's so full of jokes, it's insane what they packed into there. Highly recommend it. I just loved the freaking designs. Right? And so when HeatBoys dropped it, they were doing this as a figure. Yeah, just the design alone, look at that, is freaking... Man, I am so excited. You know I love HeatBoys. They rarely ever miss. So let's go ahead. The box is just so dang big. We're going to have to take it out this way like we often do with HeatBoys. Now, I'm expecting this one to be more like Mickey than the turtle robot, so that's why I don't have the turtle robots out. It's so freaking huge. Sweet instruction manual. Get this guy out. Oh boy. So this is wild. We have a styrofoam tray system. Instead of like multiple plastic trays like HeatBoys often has, you have the styro, and then you have the back tray with like the bird robot. Okay. This is so sick. Oh no, his shoulder arm thing fell off. So he's got the bag there. Is it coming out? Should we look at the goddamn... This is why unboxing these can be a real... Okay. Fucking tear this off, I guess? I don't know. I mean, that's not protecting anything else. And now I want to snap this armor piece back on, and I think it's meant... Okay. It's meant to snap off. What is... I mean, I appreciate that they do the plastic shit, but I don't know. I don't know. So a little bit interestingly, so there's some plastic there, and I don't know which parts of this are all metal, because the turtles I know very well. But so we have the full Townsend, and then he has like a ball joint there, the wrist, and then really good elbows, and then he's got the keyed hands, which we're very used to with the turtles, and then he's got articulating fingers and thumb. So you know what we got to do. Ooh, suck it. And then he does have a little ab crunch, not much though. And then the legs, he's kicking out, kicking in. So he's, as articulated as you would expect from an action figure. Does he have kind of double jointed knees, but they're a little different? And then the feet, right? So that is just, what a sick figure. I believe, yeah, the hammer. So there's he has different eye expressions you can switch to. You might have been wondering how that was going to work. Look at that. Everything they do just oozes quality. So you pull that out. Double winking. Ooh, and then he has the angry eyes. It's interesting. You can do you can do the half you know? That's what a cool feature. Just have him twist the eye. So let's have him be angry. And then when you're done, you just pop that right back in there. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so there's that. And then we have... The one thing I'm not seeing is we don't, like, unlike the HeatBoys figures, there's no, like, stand with a base in it to store everything, which would be great. So how? Okay, well, I guess you'd probably want to take off things. So here's like a regular cat mouth. I don't know if I got that. I feel like it's magneted in there. Okay, look at he's so freaking smug. He's almost doing like Fwip hands. What is the... That's a Fwip. Oh, and he has this sick mask. Oh. What the hell is going on here? I mean, it works the same. It's just, it's probably meant, I'm sure, like, if I go back to the instructions now, they'll be saying some shit. Oh, well, okay. We got, that's how you pull the head off. That just slides right, this is much easier. Why is that? That's so goddamn cool. So he has two swords. Are these, please God, let these be metal swords? Yeah, I think so. I believe they are. I don't want to test them too much. Do a little. Yeah, that seems very metal. Ooh, and they do. Again, this is the HeatBoys magic here. So they have the key slot, and so they key in. And I do find the thumb can be tricky, but oh shit, Speedy, my God. And then the sword. Yeah, that sword's not going anywhere. Are you freaking kidding me? He aligns with Mickey pretty well. I guess, you know, a mouse and a freaking rat. A mouse and a cat. They're pretty good height. Let me... I want to try out... Where did I put the scabbard? Did I lose the scabbard immediately? What is it? Single weapon insertion mode, duo weapon insertion mode. Okay, there's that way, clearly. How the fuck? What do you mean? What is this? This is a lie. I think it's just this to give the illusion that this one is inserted there. And then he does have, so he has this clip. We have this thing. Like, and obviously the bird, it's missing pieces, but... Okay, so look, one issue I'm having, I wanted to do this all, you know, just purely on video, but I was like, okay, whatever, I gotta stop, I gotta try and figure this thing out. This little stand is supposed to go in the bird there, and it's just too freaking tight. Literally just too tight to work. It's sad, but it is what it is. So I did put the tail on. The tail, not a super deep connection. Again, maybe I'm not getting it in there enough. You want to get in there, but you don't want to pop it. So we do that. The bird, attaches on his back like so. So that's pretty sick. It does become like heavy though. So we have all these parts, right? And we're gonna slap these on the cat. Or it's like if I shaved some off of this, would that... Okay, I think that worked to a degree, I think. I mean, that's as good as it's gonna get. Hopefully you don't have to do that on yours. now we're in freaking business. Okay, I took some time. I studied the figure. I messed around with it. Trust me, you're going to want to just go around, start messing around. Do yourself a favor, look through the instructions for both Yattarou, Speedy Cerviche, and Toritsu-kun. It'll help you a ton to just go through and see how all the different parts move. Put them together a few times. Don't be like me. Don't be an idiot. Because it was a lot of pain and frustration. This is basically his ultimate form. This is with all the armor on. You have his bird friend. You do need the stand as he has like the jetpack wings. But look how freaking sick that is. Now, your movement is going to be restricted, of course, right? And some of these pieces, they don't stay on as much as you want them to, right? So it's a little dicey, but all the articulation is there. You know, obviously it's pointy. Shit's getting in the way. That hand, I popped it off, but that's fine. So you're doing like crazy moves. You can do with like the legs. The one thing I haven't like figured out quite right is like the movement in the hips, but that's a sick figure, right? That's just freaking cool. And even let me cut the lights for you. Totally cut them. Boom, we got the batteries in the head. Now there's no like secondary feature. I know with like the turtles you can like make it blink or breathe. That's really just on or off, but that's cool. That looks super sick, right? So that's pretty cool. And that's just with this hammer, which the hammer has a double function there. But yeah, so that hammer has the magnet in it. Two of these, the most annoying batteries in the world. Button batteries are, again, no joke, folks. Make sure, you know, your pets, kids don't get into these. What am I going to do? Get the tweezers. Shit. Pull this tiny freaking thing out. Like so. Slot this back in there. How does this? Let's just... Okay. I think that kind of just like magnets in there. And then if we... Nope, why don't you want to... Okay, so there's that. And then we put this on. We're going to use the hammer. Put it back. There's so there's the light function. Looks like it's just on or off. Pretty neat. And so this is as cool as this guy gets, right? This is the full freaking armor. And so if you take off Toritsu-kun, he's just there. And so you do need Toritsu-kun. He does have legs. So when you're doing him in his mode, he does kind of work just all by himself. He also does have, like, it's hard to get that jaw out, but look at this freaking bird plane thing. Even has like the vents on there. So that's pretty sick, right? Like, that's just way freaking cool. They went just like way harder than they needed to. We want to take it down away from the armor mode. You just get a good look at everything. Now you can, I'm not going to do it because I don't understand what the appeal is, right? But you can take all the armor off. You can take him down just to that. I don't get why you'd want to unless you just like that look. You know, that doesn't quite make sense to me. But, you know, have at it. Go nuts. And so let's deconstruct him. We'll take all these pieces of armor off and we'll put it just on the bird here. So this part comes off, right? You need the chest piece comes off. The little cod piece comes off. The shoulders come off, which the shoulders I find the hardest. There's that back piece coming off, and it's fine. But I don't know. I don't want it to come off. So the shoulder piece, actually, that came off nicely. Thank God. What's this one too? I think this was the tight one. Was that the tight one? Yep, see that shoulder piece can come right off. I'm just very nervous about breaking these pieces, but the shoulder piece, it goes on very easy again. So there's that. And so this leg piece comes off. This leg piece comes off. The shoes come off. So you're doing that. You're doing that. Like so, and they're basically interchangeable, so you don't necessarily have to worry where they go. So you have him there, and then this headpiece flops up like that, and so you can, if you like that cool badass mask, that's fine. But so this is that's where your batteries are gonna go in. You're gonna need 2 LR621s, right? But while we have that face open, I wanted to show you better the workings of the rotating eye thing. So if you pull this out of the hammer, you're going right into the back of the noggin there, and then look at this. That's where you can turn the eyes, and this is like, you can get so many different expressions. So he's been through it there. That's just regular wide eye. Again, one closed there, both closed, one closed there. It's just so cool, the different expressions you can get. I really like that one. And that's where you can also see the different face plates, you know? So you have this catty face, which it's like he's drunk or something. There's that face. That one's more of like the smug face, right? So that one, it's just like he's just like happy. He's drunk. I don't know. And then we have kind of his more standard action-y face. So that's just super cool. One thing I don't like the tail. Again, it's plastic. You just slot it in there, and they say just like push it in until it snaps. And so like it goes, like it's not wiggly loose, but it's the kind of thing where if you manipulate it too much, it just pops out super easy. So not a fan of that connection, but otherwise it's fine. So there you have Yattarou here, right? Just super cool, super sick. So we can have him, and let's... One thing, the instructions say like, for like the hip movement, you like pull down. But I don't feel like that's actually a thing. I'm not getting like a ton in there, but they say you can. I'm just not buying it. So we have him over there in the background. And then this is where we can build the bird armor. So you need the chest piece. And this stuff, it fits together fine enough. But it also just feels not as together as you would hope. So that goes there. That's on there pretty good, right? And then what else? The cod piece goes in there like so. And then we're doing the shin pieces. I'm really not such a fan of. They just don't. They don't stay on super well, and it's easy to. You see that there? Like it slots in that part there, but I don't know. Just my own little peeve so far. And then of course like the feet thing. That's slotting in there. Do the other one. And then you can, of course, these go on the sides. I find the feet on the bird, because they don't have that extra connection, they don't stay on as well. But they go on there fine enough. There's this guy. So there's that look, right? This armored bird guy. Already looking sick. And then you have the arm pieces. I forgot to take the arm pieces off from before. So you have those normally go on Speedy's arms. And then this part, you're doing like so. Did I get that right? And so like freaking check that out. Like the armored bird, and then it's like kind of like his armor carrier. And obviously when you have the feet, you don't need the middle thing, but it's such a pain in the ass to get in there. How sick is that? That's just so cool. There's his other shoulder. How do you lose a shoulder? But I like HeatBoys. It's super fun. I love Samurai Pizza Cats. I would wholly recommend this if you're at all like a Pizza Cats fan, you know, but not without struggle. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. You're going to be overwhelmed with all the freaking pieces, but you get the different expressions. So I got this on Bombas B. I think it was like $120 plus shipping. But yeah, thanks for joining me as always. A ton of fun. I don't know. Make like a posing video. I don't know, or something. But I need a break. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Take care of yourselves. Bye.